country have gathered here in New York. They've come to plead, to scream, to cheer, to hope, maybe pray for their favorite teams. It's the NFL's new season, the NFL Draft. These elite players are headed to the National Football League. They'll know their fates within hours.
You got to come out.
261 men are about to embark on an incredible journey. These gifted athletes come in all shapes and sizes. From franchise quarterbacks to nifty linemen, cornerstone defensive backs to relentless pass rushers. On this special day, they pursue the ultimate goal, football. On Sunday, the 2002 NFL Draft.
Well, thanks to our three draft nicks, as Mel knows, it doesn't get any better than this. Welcome to the 67th Annual National Football League Annual Selection Meeting. We decided to invite a few friends of ours to watch. Also, in the green room, a few friends you'll know pretty soon, like big hulking tackles like Bryant Mount McKinney from Miami, the fun-loving man from Texas, Big Mike Williams, his one-time Longhorn teammate, the coveted Quentin Whammer Jammer. What a great football name. From North Carolina, the versatile defensive end, Julius Sergeant Peppers and his Lowly Hearts Club Band. And the future Houston Texan, quarterback David, you can drive my car. And a quarterback we'll talk about very soon, and whither he goes, Joey Harrington, quarterback Oregon. Does he go early? Do teams trade? Do teams jump? Hey, that's what we're here for. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Chris Berman, and let's translate. The annual selection meeting in English means the NFL Draft. With me, as always, is becoming a habit, Mel Kiper.
Good to be here, Chris.
You doing nothing?
Relaxing, a little golf.
Chris Mortensen, this is also becoming a habit.
Yes, it is.
Here we are in the bowels of Madison Square Garden. What is Jimmy Johnson? What in the name of the Florida Keys is Jimmy Johnson doing here? Welcome.
I had to find a tie and some socks.
This is your day. This is wheeling, dealing. You're right in the middle of these things. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to add. Jimmy's going to add to the merriment. We've got reporters everywhere. And here's what you'll see on the screen. As the day goes and you see David Carr, here's what you'll see on the screen during the day. At the bottom of your TV screen will be a red crawl that'll display the draft order, reveal the current pick. Side will be a totem-like poll menu. You follow your favorite team information. Totem poll device will also have Mel's best available, all sorts of information, including new divisional realignment, which we'll talk about. Finally, on the lower right, you can see which team is on the clock, which in the first round you have 15 minutes to make the pick. But we should say that the Houston Texans did not wait 15 minutes to make the pick. They couldn't wait to go this quickly, and why not? They have signed, or they've come to agreement and drafted for all intents and purposes, David Carr, quarterback, Fresno State. Now, Carr comes with an $11 million signing bonus, 7-year contract worth at least $45 million, could be up to $60 million. What's a few million when you're among friends? But the Houston Texans have hitched their wagon, no pun intended, to David Carr, your franchise quarterback, first pick in the history of the team. It's the 4th time that's ever happened. Do they have their right man in all way, shape, and form, Mel, in your opinion?
Chris, I think they do. He has, and I think you look at that number 8, you look at Troy Aikman, what he meant to Jimmy Johnson and the Dallas Cowboys, that foundation, that building block that you go and you build around and you get the supporting cast, and all of a sudden, the rest is history. You're moving into a position to get to a Super Bowl. You see the size. He's been up around 230 pounds, runs under 4'7", bench presses over 400 pounds. So you know about the physical ability. And keep in mind, here he is with the Bulldogs. He was brought along slowly. 2 years as a backup, then redshirted, gave him a time to grasp that sophisticated offense of Pat Hill. Then he became the starter, threw 4 interceptions his first start at Columbus against Ohio State, rebounded to have a great year, and then this past season, early in the year, 3 top-level opponents, Colorado, Oregon State, and Wisconsin. David Carr put on a show. Then at the Senior Bowl practice in Mobile, he lit it up. Accuracy, velocity was Troy Aikman-like. Now, that week in Mobile, Joey Harrington was not there, nursing that knee injury, allowed David Carr to seize control at that position. Houston Texans had no choice from that point on to make Carr the number 1 pick, feeling that he can be a potential franchise signal caller. You look at the strengths of David Carr. I alluded to some of these while the highlights were rolling. Look at arm strength. He can whip the ball to any point on the field. The maturity level and the leadership is critical. We talk about Ryan Leaf. We go back to the enthusiasm that I thought Rick Meyer lacked. He has it. Consistency throughout the year. I thought he was the best at the college level of anybody. The sidearm delivery is the concern. Unlike Troy Aikman, who snapped it off from the ear, he comes off that right shoulder sidearm. And while he runs under 4.7, he's not going to scramble around and make a lot of plays with his legs. But I think more that sidearm delivery, whether we'll have passes batted down at the line of scrimmage, unlike at Fresno State when he did.
Commissioner Paul Tagliabue to kick it off.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to football fans here and around the nation. Welcome to the 2002 National Football League College Player Draft. The first choice in this draft belongs to the NFL's newest addition, the Houston Texans.
Hey, look, and you've waited a couple of years since even being awarded the expansion franchise. You might as well wait 7 or 8 minutes and be on the clock.
Hi, Chris. All you have to do is put these two guys in a room together, and there's an immediate debate. But you know what? No matter how much you talk about skills of quarterbacks, sometimes you just have to go with feel, because it's not an exact science. And the guys in Houston fell in love with David Carr, the person. But you've been quite clear saying that you think Joey Harrington is a fantastic quarterback. So compare the two.
Yeah, and I love David Carr, and I love Joey Harrington. And Mort got me fired up already talking about the 3 coaches he talked who said that you don't change a quarterback's throwing rhythm. Well, he's wrong. You know, you've got to tweak things when they get to the NFL. But in a comparison to David Carr and Joey Harrington, arm strength, clearly David Carr. He's got a gun on his shoulder. He can throw the football. Accuracy, no question. Joey Harrington can make all the difficult throws, a more accurate passer. Mechanics, Joey Harrington, flawless. The guy sets up in the pocket, great pocket awareness. Both these guys will look down the gun barrel. They're tough. They will take the hit and deliver the football, and that's that pocket presence. They both have great awareness in the pocket. And although David Carr may deliver the ball a little bit low in his delivery, what he can do is move around a little bit to find
There's no debate about the first pick of the draft, the 67th one. To the podium.
With the first choice in the 2002 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select David Carr, quarterback from Fresno State.
Now, how can you boo that here? It's not like this is a surprise. Hey, look, 6'3", as Mel talked about, 46 touchdowns, 9 interceptions last year. I don't care what level you're playing at. I mean, that's 70 TD passes, 23 picks for your career. So with the winning, I'm not even talking about yards, what kind of offense, over 300, 10 of the last 11 games. That's a pretty good ratio no matter what league you play in. And about the human being, David Carr, there can be no debate. What a person to build a franchise around, guys.
I think that's the key, Chris. When you look at a quarterback like Joey Harrington, we talk about leadership, and we go back, and I'll tell you, if I didn't think Joey Harrington and David Carr could play, I'd tell you, I think they would be overrated. I'd push them down to 30th, 50th, and Jeff George 84th, Meyer 30th. I don't see anything with Harrington or Carr that you can't say is a question mark in terms of them becoming a quality starting quarterback. Sure, you can say Carr, the sidearm delivery. You can say Harrington doesn't have the gun. There are a lot of quarterbacks that don't have tremendous arm strength and win Super Bowls. So to me, if I thought they were overrated, I'd tell you. I don't see that happening with these two. I think they're going to both be solid or much better than that at the pro level. And I think when you look at Carr and Harrington 3-4 years down the road, you are not going to call any one of these two players a bust or a disappointment.
I want to go back to that sidearm delivery stuff that Jaws is taking some shots here now. You know, Mike Martz has a master's in biomechanics, and he pointed out, and this is consistent with a lot of people I've talked to, this sidearm delivery, listen, you don't see baseball pitchers come over the top. Biomechanically, it's okay to be. Kurt Warner's down there. Steve Young was down there. You can change footwork, you can change the leverage, your knee flexion. You don't mess with that delivery if he's had success.
Sonny Jurgensen was below there, right? I don't know how he got that out, and he was pretty good the last time we checked.
Bernie Kosar.
Well, there have been many. So David Carr with a wife, Melody, a young son, and how about them Texans? They've got their quarterback. I had to do it. Let's go.